Ellen DeGeneres is being cancelled. Warner Media opens an investigation into Ellen DeGeneres' toxic work environment, claims of employee mistreatment, discrimination, and more. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, and today on the internet, we're going to talk about Ellen DeGeneres and cancel culture that has come for her. You know, I always find it so funny when these left-wing celebrities end up being canceled. As it turns out, they're actually not the woke, virtuous people that they pretend to be on TV and social media. Ellen DeGeneres is apparently a very, very toxic person. Now, we are here on the Daily Mail. Here it says, the Ellen DeGeneres show is to be investigated following reports of workplace mistreatment, racism, and intimidation on set. A Warner Media employees relations group and third-party firm will be interviewing past and present staff about their experiences on the set. So she's in big, big trouble, folks, because, you know, for many years there have been rumors about Ellen DeGeneres, and basically they say that she's not a very nice person. She's very mean. She's very toxic. She treats people like trash. And it makes you wonder. I thought that Ellen DeGeneres, DeGeneres was really just some nice lady who is some champion of progressive rights. Well, if we look here in an old Twitter thread, you can see the following. Kevin T. Porter says, right now we all need a little kindness. You know, like Ellen DeGeneres always talks about. She's also notoriously one of the meanest people alive. Respond to this with the most insane stories you've heard about Ellen being mean, and I'll match every one of you with $2 to the LA Food Bank. So he was doing this for charity, but also to collect all the rumors about Ellen DeGeneres. So let's just look. Let's see what she did. So here are a few little stories about how Ellen DeGeneres is mean. She has a sensitive nose, so you must chew gum every time before talking to her, and if she thinks you smell that day, you have to go home. Another story. Staff members are told that every day she picks someone different to be really mean to and really hate. It's not your fault, just suck it up for the day and she'll be mean to someone else the next day. That staff member did not believe it upon being told about it, but it ended up being true. Oh man, this one's pretty brutal. One time I saw her in a restaurant in LA. The waiter was serving the table next to her. He bumped into her by accident when putting down their food, and she stood up and pushed his head into a bowl of hot soup he had just put down on the table. 2nd-degree burns. Wow. That is assault, folks. Now, I don't know if that's a true story, but yeah, I don't know. But he still matched the donation here. Oh, wow. Okay, so here's a good one, and this one I do believe, because it fits her psychological profile. They said that a friend who worked at Real Food Daily says Ellen came in and dined, and when she saw that her server had a chipped nail, Ellen called management and tried to get her fired. Yeah, that sounds like something Ellen DeGeneres would do. Oh, let me remind you, Ellen DeGeneres is a vegan. Oh my god, she's horrible. Then there was a time that she basically bullied Mariah Carey into admitting she was pregnant by offering alcohol to prove that she wasn't. She ended up having a miscarriage, so yeah. That's the kind of person Ellen DeGeneres is. And I don't call her degenerate because of her lifestyle. I call her a degenerate because she's a bully and a very mean person. So let's take a look here on the Daily Mail. Let's see what we can find out. The Ellen DeGeneres show is under investigation following numerous accounts of toxic and bullying workplace culture. An internal investigation is being launched by WBTV owner, Warner Media's employee relations group, and a third-party firm. Variety reported Monday to look into staff experiences on set. Employees received a memo last week from executives at producer, Telepictures, and distributor Warner Brothers. And it basically was explaining what was going on. So, the memo cited recent articles about treatment of the crew, or rather, mistreatment of that crew, with allegations of mistreatment, racism, discrimination, and intimidation on the show as the impetus for investigation, according to Variety. Now, Ellen DeGeneres is currently 62 and hasn't been directly accused of wrongdoing herself. That being said, it is her show, and, you know, there's so many rumors about her. It's just hard for me to believe that she's not involved and that, you know, she's not toxic because, you know, she's toxic, her people are toxic, it's just a toxic work environment. But this could be very, very bad for her because if she is implicated, I don't know. I doubt that she'll lose her show, but maybe finally the mask will fall off and people will see her for the sociopath she is alleged of being. So 1 current and 10 former employees of the daytime chat show have accused the 3 executive producers, Ed Glavin, Mary Connelly, and Andy Lassner, of bullying. So they told BuzzFeed News that the issue is that these 3 executive producers are running the show, who are in charge of all these people, and who make the culture and are putting out this feeling of bullying and being mean. They say, quote, "They feel that everyone who works at the Ellen show is lucky to work there, so if you have a problem, you should just leave, because we'll hire somebody else who also wants to work there, because everyone wants to work there, basically." Yeah, I can believe that, man. You know, so many of these celebrities are mentally ill when it comes down to it. Now, people rag on, like, Kanye West as, like, the mentally ill celebrity, but he's the only one who's honest about it. A lot of these celebrities have mental illnesses. Now, I would say that Ellen DeGeneres is probably, from what I can see, based on her psychological profile that I've built, she's probably a narcissist. That is why she tries so hard to get everyone to love her. She needs to be loved. She needs to feed that narcissism. A lot of celebrities have similar psychology. You know, it's not just that they became famous, it's that they need to be famous in order to give themselves meaning and validity. So a black woman claims that she suffered a number of microaggressions. What's a microaggression? I think it's when you step on someone's toes. Toes are very small. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Her request for a raise was ignored, and she was accused of walking around looking resentful and angry after asking for staff members to undergo diversity and inclusion training. Okay, first of all, that poor African-American woman, she was clearly discriminated against. Oh my God. Yeah, no, okay, that just sounds like a brat making trouble, but there you go. So another former employee alleges they were fired after taking medical leave for 1 month following a serious mental health crisis. I'll just say that. But wow, that's really messed up. I'm sure that helped them get better. Yeah, Ellen DeGeneres is always talking about kindness and you know, being nice to people who feel like they don't have a voice and feel different because she's a member of the LGBTQ or whatever. And, you know, someone who is actually having a serious mental and emotional crisis, she just cut off. They just fired her. If that doesn't tell you who Ellen is, I don't know, nothing will. So executive producers Gavin Colony and Lassner, who have had this fire lit under their asses, released the following statement. Quote, "Over the course of nearly 2 decades, 3,000 episodes, and employing over 1,000 staff members, we have strived to create an open, safe, and inclusive work environment." Basically, I'm just saying this because that's what all companies say, and really, we're total assholes. "We are truly heartbroken and sorry to learn that even one person in our production family..." When they say family, it's bad. Yeah. Whenever a company says that we're a family, what they really mean is, like a real family, we feel that we have a right to abuse you, and you can't do anything about it because we're family. Oh yeah, not all of us grew up in a perfect home, has had a negative experience. It's not who we are, and we do not strive to be, and not the mission Ellen set for us, the statement added. Okay, you've proven nothing. You haven't proven these claims wrong. You haven't proven anything, you know? Man, why is Ellen so famous anyway? I don't think she's funny. I really don't. So, you know, in April, the production crew was upset because they had to take pay cuts, you know, amid the coronavirus outbreak. But it wasn't the pay cuts necessarily, it was a lack of communication and transparency. So another group of around 30 crew members were upset after Ellen hired an external, non-union company called Key Code Media to film the shows while quarantined at the house. So, you know, some of this is just, you know, like economy stuff. Not everyone is going to be a winner, especially during a time like coronavirus, but... you know, it's just the communication. You got to be there for your employees. Here's some tweets say, some of the friends who worked with her on the show said many of her staff members weren't allowed to be in the same room as her. Queen of social distancing, ahead of her time. That's pretty funny. You know, other employees have been told not to make eye contact, not to talk to her, to avoid her. You know, that's total diva behavior, but... you know, I'm seeing a lot of these rumors about basically abusing her employees. And, you know, it's not okay. It's not good. So I hope this investigation brings Ellen's wrongdoing to light. You know, I don't like cancel culture, but when the left gets canceled by their own cancel culture, it is irony. and also kind of hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. And you know, people in the comment section, they basically say the same thing. Chuck88 says, "How the holier-than-thou Queen of Oak really acts." Bye, Felicia. And, you know, it's just a bunch of similar sentiment. There's a lot of people who just don't believe that she's the innocent, nice person she pretends to be. Sick of them all already says, "Good, the rumors can't all be wrong. But you know what, my friends, that's pretty much the story. Ellen DeGeneres is being cancelled. Who would have thunk it? But that's merely the obvious." Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? Let me know down below in the comment section. As always, if you like the work I do and want to support the channel, you can join me on Patreon or Subscribestar. If you want to donate, there's DonorBox and crypto. And lastly, sharing the video is one of the best things you can do for the channel, one of the simplest things you can do for the channel, and, you know, really helpful. Especially these days, you know, it's difficult for a channel like mine to get out there, but whether or not you'll do, I hope you have a wonderful day, you had a good time, and, yeah, Ellen DeGeneres might be going bye-bye. Anyhow, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.